Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and this is a way older article from Fierce Network that I'll leave in the description in case you guys want to check it out. But this is in relations to AT&T. So this top executive, Hackle, that departed Verizon for Microsoft at that time back in 2020, is now an AT&T executive. And he's taking on the same role at AT&T that he previously worked at Verizon, which is the vice president for business products. So he could be a great asset for AT&T on that side, right? Under Verizon, he was helping with Verizon's white box strategy, SD-WAN service, MPLS service, and closed loop automation roadmap. So this could cause AT&T's business products to become much, much better, because this person that they hired already had experience in the industry and was previously an executive at Verizon. And who knows what some of these executives know, right? The roadmaps and everything that they may know may be an additional asset to any company that they're joining, right? So I personally think, and I know this might be crazy, but I think any executive that's at a high enough level to where they're in the meetings and they know the roadmaps 10, 15, 20 years out, right? Those employees, I think they really need to sign a non-disclosure agreement that they cannot competitively work for another competitor, because there's so much intel that some of these executives have and the roadmaps that they know. And I mean, this guy right here left in March of 2020, went to Microsoft. He probably knows Verizon's roadmap for quite a few more years, right? These executives, they know. That's why John, for those of you who remember, back when this was right around the time that about a week or so after is when the Sprint on this date is when the Sprint and T-Mobile merger closed, and John left as CEO. Mike Sievert started as CEO. John had to sign a non-disclosure agreement that he could not work at another competitor. It was a competitive agreement that he could not work at another competitor, because John knew the roadmap. He probably knew it 10, 15 years out, maybe more. John already knew they were going to buy US Cellular or try to acquire US Cellular. He already knew everything that T-Mobile is doing now, the fiber play, the open access, the Lumos, the Metronet. John probably has insights to all of that. And then some. Whatever remaining moves T-Mobile might make this year, next year, the year after, John might have knowledge on all of it. And so will some of the other, bigger executives that are up in rank. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Some people call it scooped, whatever. AT&T scooped the Verizon executive, which is, it's for competitive purposes in some cases. Hey, tell me what you've gained knowledge on and how Verizon does stuff, and the same for Verizon, right? Verizon will pick up some AT&T executives and they'll pick their brains. And same with T-Mobile. They might pick up a Verizon executive or two or AT&T executive or two and pick their brains and try to gain some competitive, right? Competitive knowledge, intelligence, whatever they might get out of that. That's what they're definitely looking for. But they're looking for a competitive advantage at all costs in many cases. And sometimes I guarantee you some of these executives that work for another company, they probably get paid more to work for AT&T. You sell yourself. Hey, I got all this knowledge of Verizon's and how they do things. Some of it may have changed, but I got a lot of knowledge. Boom. Here is this amount more money if you join us, right? So it's all about competitive advantage in the industry, especially as saturated as it is. So let me know your thoughts on it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.